Thank you for joining Relationship Conversations. I'm your host and creator, Perri. You can find this show on any digital platform, in any social network, iHeartRadio, Spotify. I'm available on YouTube, all that good stuff. I'm on IG as Diamond Perri Music, and that is Perri Music. So today I have a guest. His name is Sean Grant, and we're basically going to be talking about parenting after divorce. To me, it's a very good subject, but our children go through a lot, like after divorce and separation as parents. Some parents remain active in their children's life, and some parents don't remain active in their lives, And so the big question today is like, why is it so hard for men or women, the parent that is not living with the child after divorce or after separation, why is it so hard for that parent to stay active in their life? And so I don't want to lean on the man, but I'm a woman. So my question, is why is it hard for the man to connect with his children after a breakup or separation? So basically, what we do on this podcast is we give a male's point of view, we give a female's point of view. So my guest today, he will be able to give his point of view on the topic, and I'll be able to give my point of view as a woman and my experience as well. And talk about how this affects children. Is this more common in the Black community, or is it something that is just, present in all households, all races? Like, how does that affect our community? How does it affect other communities? This is an important subject. Sean, how are you doing today?
I'm doing lovely, darling. It's a blessed day today.
Okay.
This topic is real deep, what we're talking about.
Yes, definitely. So, what is your point of view on, parenting after divorce or separation?
I just see it as, the communication breaks down, the other parent is moving on with somebody else, and the communication is not the same how it was in my household, And I think that's very bad, especially if you have kids, and, kids can sense certain things when two parents are not getting along and stuff like that. So, that can affect their grades and affect the way they act and stuff like that.
But why though? Like, why? I would like for you to give, your own point of view. If you have like any, have you ever experienced anything like this? Were you married? I would like to know like your standpoint and your experience.
Yes, I'm married, but we're separated. She left.
And if you can, kind of speak up a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yes, no problem. She left. I guess she feel like she could probably get somebody a little better to the situation. Because I have multiple sclerosis and stuff like that. When somebody, I guess they felt like you're not going to do anything anymore, they just move on. It's entirely cool. And another thing too is other things on my part.
Well, I mainly want to speak on like the parenting experience after divorce. Like, what was your?
Like I was saying, the communication with the kid. It gets to the south. It's not good. It's not the same.
I mean, why is that though? Like, why?
I don't know.
You know,
I just believe they trying to close off access. You know, not trying to have that same access that you had when you was with you and stuff like
so
that.
you're saying a woman? You're saying the woman basically tries to, you know, deny access like to the kids. Like, what is your point of view on that? Like, why do you think that you experienced that, and why do you think women close off access for communication, you know, with children? Because as a woman, you know, you would want the father to be active in their children's life after, you know, divorce. So it's like, why not? And I know everyone's experience is not the same. You know, for me, my ex-husband, he decided not to be in his children's life. So, you know, this is a very good subject because the both of us were married. I know you are still legally married, but you are legally separated. You are legally separated. And so, and you have been for some time. And so, was it hard for you to be in your children's life? Like, what type of challenges did you face after the separation?
I didn't have any really challenges. That's why I said everybody's situation could be different. My situation wasn't like that at all. But the only problem was my situation with my kids was because I have multiple sclerosis. I can't, you know, jump in my car or walk or anything like that. But yeah, that wasn't my situation. But
so she didn't deny access. You were saying that was from somebody else. Like another, just give an example, so you didn't have any problems.
Nah, so that's why I can't really talk about something I've never been through, you know, like that. But I see other guys, you know, post stuff, you know, on the internet where they going through stuff where they can't see their kids unless they like give money and stuff like that, you know. And I think it's wrong, but you know, I just think sometimes the mothers might be mad because the dude that she had the kid with, he probably moved on, or it could be the same way with the woman. The woman want to move on with the kid, but when you the father, it's all kind of.
So as a man, and you know, so you can speak from a man's standpoint after your relationship has dissolved. The woman, she has left, you know, and now there's a separation. Do you think that the man is being vengeful? Why? Because I know women that have gone through this as well, but like I said, I experienced in the beginning, you know, he continued to provide and took care of his children well, and he was a good provider when I was with him. But after he seen for so long that I was not coming back, and there was nothing that he could do to get me back, because he took care of his children well, but he also continued to try and shower me, and you know, with things and money, thinking that it would keep me, or I guess some kind of way bring me back. And so once he found out that that was not going to work, then that's when he became the absent parent. So I have my point of view with it. But what is your point of view? Why do you think, as a man, even though it wasn't you, why do you think that it's hard for men to connect with their children after a divorce or after the woman leaves the home?
Because I feel like when a woman leaves, you know what I mean, that means, I believe when a woman leaves, that's the end, that she can't take no more whatever he's doing, you know what I mean, it's a reason.
Because in some aspects, it seems like when the parents divorce, the absent father, he divorces his children also.
Right.
Yeah, and I was listening to another podcast, and I actually listened to another male's perspective, and they spoke about how hard it was to connect with their children, because it was kind of like, divorcing the children as well. And most of these fathers were not bad guys. They were not bad fathers in the beginning, but some of them couldn't connect because it was like after they separated from the relationship, they separated with their children too, which is sad. It's crazy to me, because it affects the children. And I see it more in the black community. I have dated outside of my race, but I guess, because I am of black race, so I see it so much in our community. I think it is more in our community, because there is a higher percentage of single women, single parents in the black community than any other race. And a lot of other things, with the black female. We have the higher percentages in different things, opposed to other races of women.
Wow.
So basically, how do you feel that this affects the children? Because it definitely affects our households and our children.
Yeah, it does. It affects them in a way that, they miss the other parent being there, having access to the other parent. So it affects the children in all kind of ways. Schoolwork, behavior-wise, sometimes they want to act up. They want to miss the way how it was before.
Definitely behavior. And I definitely believe, especially not even so much the boys more than the girls, or there's not one that if it affects more than others, because girls, they need their father just as well as boys need their father. So, after the divorce, after the separation, and there's only one parent that's there, a higher percentage that the mother's there and the father's not, definitely. And so I just believe, that it affects the children in so many aspects, and that's when you get a lot of the young boys that are looking, to the streets for family support. They're looking elsewhere to get what they're missing from, So definitely that, and then, it goes deeper than that. You get into the mother that's working the two jobs, and then the kids are basically raising themselves. Like, it really gets deep. And then, the kids are putting out certain behaviors and certain things out into the community. And then that's just when everything is messed up, then you have our kids out there committing crime. Everything that happens with our children becoming adults, becoming teenagers, becoming adults, it all starts back at home. So it all starts at the root of the home. And like I said, a lot of times it comes from single parent homes, or children that have gone through divorce and stuff like that. So it's very important, that children are able to have a two-parent household. I don't even want to say a two-parent household. I want to say that the parents are able to co-parent.
Yeah, access for co-parent for real.
Yeah, that is very important. I stressed that to my ex-husband so much in the beginning, but I'm not gonna say I never would have thought, but I didn't expect